I'm pleased to see you. Hey everybody. Winks became much more than Winks. How's your Thursday going? Mel, fuck yeah, great to see you. Clip, you're in here and it's wonderful. Junebug, hell yes. How is everybody? It's Thursday. My fingers are cold, my face is warm, my coffee is already nearly empty because I should have refilled, but I didn't. And my painting fingers are ready to go. Oh, oh. I have a new channel trailer slash raid video that I pulled together, and may have published it just when, just as I clicked, yeah, let's go live today. So I'm a little late, and that's because that's what I did this morning. That's what I did today, rather. It was finish that video, and make a make a cuss minimal version and a not so cuss minimal version. And we here on this 18 plus stream will get to benefit from the very cussy version, but the rest of the internet has to deal with the cuss minimal version. Yes, also catching a couple streamers. I kind of just lurked in streams while I did video editing, which is not my favorite thing to do, but it's one of the things I do quite a bit, honestly. So here we are. So hopefully we get a raid today, or maybe just enough public vocal desire, and we'll actually get to run the video today. We'll find out. Or it's on, it's also on my socials, but like I just posted it, so I mean, no, see, I don't believe in that. I don't quite believe in manifestation, but I do believe that you kind of make your own luck. Actually, speaking of that, hey, do you see these? Do you see these? I need you to look at these and just appreciate them. And just like right here where my eyes are, don't worry, you're not being hexed. What's up, Adam? I felt the light change through the paper, and I was like, oh, I think I'm getting plunsted right now. And indeed I was. Oh. Okay, let's go. Let's paint. I got so many Skellingtons I got to deal with, and they're not even really my priority. I actually have 3 non-skeletons that I need to paint for the purposes of getting a game played. God, is that next weekend? Yes, next weekend. Why so many Skellingtons? Because they come in a box of 20, so that's the number I assembled. And also, they come in a box of 20 because I think their minimum unit size in Warhammer is a 20. So, like, it's actually one of the better value Warhammer boxes out there. But it's still, 20 boys is a lot of boys. But thankfully, they're skeletons. So, they're skeletons with rusty armor and dirty robes. So, I don't really have to... They're not going to be my best work, but they're going to be work. They're going to get done. And I've already dry brushed their metallics a bit, so now I'm going to make their metallics really filthy. And it's going to be great. Which means this color. Starting off with a nice thick layer of Basilicanum Gray. Not thick, a medium thickness layer. And I'll be following that up with a Skeleton Horde. So the Basilicanum Gray will just provide a contrast? That's not the word. Yeah, contrast is the word. Hey, what's going on? Star Song, wonderfully. Thank you for that follow. A little bit of contrast and depth on the metallics, and then I will be adding this sort of yellowy brown. Ooh, I'm almost out. I need more of that. Skeleton horde to it to make it look all old and nasty and grody because they did just crawl out of the ground to start fighting.
Are you classified as human?
And then I'm gonna put some nice orange rust on them. That was not water. I just instinctively was like, oh, meat support. Let me just drink this coffee. Oops. Thank you, Mel. Actually, also, because I did just finish a cup of coffee. You should get my Let's go. 59 cups of coffee on stream. That feels low, quite frankly.
It's always time for Plunst.
Yo, Vortexus, what's going on, buddy? Welcome in. Get Plunsty. Yes, I'm just gonna go for it. Speaking of coffee, hell yeah, get you some coffee. Well deserved. Coffee is for the people. Hello? Coffee is the proletariat's drink. Ooh, paint the chin orb a warpstone glow. Oh, wow, accent. That'd be great.
Damn, what the fuck? We really talk like that?
Can't ever go wrong with glowing Necrons. That is one of the things that that army is really choice for. Those ominous glows, you know? Why is stream doing this to me? I want to actually see that. The glow under his scarab knife. Do you think that's just a lighting thing, or like lighting of the photo, not like glowing painting that you've done? Tesseract glow, hell yeah. Contrast paint before there was contrast paint. See, this is where I was born and into the hobby, is sitting down with 20 fucking rank and file guys and just slapping paint on them until they're done. Like, display painting is like a new concept for me. I was born in the batch paint, and I'll die in the batch paint. Cryptech was my first attempt at painting a resin model, so I didn't know how to wash them. Ooh. I've never had resin absorb paint like that. It just usually like slides off. That's been my experience. Not gonna get used to these round bases. Well, you don't have to. Square bases are coming back. The bases you like are coming back in style. Yeah, they're releasing. So you know how they do Horus Heresy for 40K as like an alternate 40K system? They are, I think it's next weekend, maybe this weekend, releasing Warhammer The Old World as an alternative to Age of Sigmar. And it's going to be the old school rank and flank I think it's just straight up like 9th edition rules with a little bit of alteration. So that's their like fantasy equivalent of Horus Heresy. I'm like, I don't miss that style of game at all. Do not like the ranking up and the thises and the thatses. But if it means they re-release a bunch of models, I'm very okay with it. It's like the first 2 armies they're bringing back are Bretonnians and Tomb Kings, but they're going to be re-releasing like a bunch of stuff. Got a Nightbringer, but I'm waiting to get all my paints back first. I'm gonna paint the Flesh and Lead Belcher and go over that with gray contrast. Yes, hell yes. Abaddon Black or Dryad Bark for the main cloth, then Black Templar over that.
Hello there.
Gonna paint the eyes.
Hello there.
Yo, you're gonna paint the eyes and open mouth, either Caliban or Warpstone with Tesseract Glow on top. Hell yeah. What I think you actually, my suggestion with that Tesseract Glow would be to go with a brighter color underneath. Start with like a white instead of a darker green, and that'll really make that glow pop. Star Song, welcome. Sorry for the delay in response. I'm sneaking a view of Twitch at work. I had to take a call. I just wanted to say I saw your channel trailer on TikTok and I was sold. Hell yeah, welcome in. You are in for a ride, I have to say. If you're not familiar with your... Well, hi, this is your first time. I'm Bennett, aka Holy Fireman. I'm a they-them causing mayhem. I like painting monsters. I like playing games where I get chased by monsters. And I like to just generally try to aim for chaotic positivity and very being a silly little goof, you know? Maybe white with a smidge of moot green. Yeah, I would go with something like that. I would go lighter because the Tesseract is gonna pop better with a lighter undercoat. But Star Song, it's so fucking rad to have you. And also, if you ever have anything you want to show off artwork wise, or just life enjoyment wise, I love seeing that stuff in chat. You can drop links here. You can drop links in the Discord. Go ahead and join that Discord if you want, and if you don't want, then that's fine too, because everybody and their mom has a Discord server now. And not that I have anything against people's moms, but there's a lot, and I get it. But either way, welcome on in. And are you mostly a gamer? Are you a mini painter? Are you just cool like that? I'm not sure how that's an option around the other ones, but you know. Are you going to be priming Army Painter White? I want my Satan to pop. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, that sounds tight. Yeah, my advice with painting is that it's always easier to go darker than to go lighter. So if you like, I used to be a prime everything black and then highlight up. But the last couple of years I've been doing start with everything being white and then darken it and like tint it and darken it. And that it makes your brights brighter and your darks are still dark. Or to highlight it. Yeah, highlighting white's hard to do. My tip for highlighting white is good luck. Although I've also been now recently playing around with doing other colored undercoats. Like this guy that I'm working on for Resin Beast at Adepticon. I started this with a purple undercoat, as you can kind of tell in some places, and I really like the direction that that's going. Silly Goose doing silly goose activities. Cozy game gamer, hell yeah. Admire the skill that I do not have. My uncle was a big Warhammer figure painter, so this is a great nostalgia sentimental boost. Hell yeah. Cozy games are where it is at. I'm not much of a cozy game player myself, but that's because my wife makes up for it for both of us. Junebug is cozy game extraordinaire. I think she's logged more hours into Stardew than, I don't know, than there is the history of the world. Primed by Royal Warden Black, but thinking of dry brushing White Scar. Well, and the dry brushing White Scar also will help you with realistic pre-shading. So like that's the whole concept of the Zenithal Prime, where you prime the model black and then you also prime the model white, but only from certain angles, like where the light source is going to come from. Prime the whole model black and then just spray white from like directly above, so that it's like the not the wind. The wind does not create light. The sun. Oh my god, yeah, I have seen a lot of I know a lot of the people who are entering both as streamers and as people, and like I'm intimidated. I'm very stressed. Spritzer 2 of my white primer from the top. There you go, and a bit behind him. You already know about Zenithal. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. Yeah, I'm very intimidated. Oh wow! Oh, we played Animal Crossing. I've Animal Crossed here and there in my life, but like, no surprise when lockdown happened in 2020. After I played all the way through Doom Eternal, I played Animal Crossing until death happened. I'm a big fan of the Zenithal Prime. But I'm also just a fan of anything that makes my painting life easier. So if there's a way that I can prime my mini and it speeds up my painting, like, hell yeah, let's go. Yeah. Well, then again, that's because of the white undercoat. It keeps them lighter. You don't have to fight gravity. Oh, it's not quite gravity, but you don't have to fight with it. Well, gotta jump on the bandwagon. Yeah. Yeah, it was I was definitely more stoked about, like, our household was like, I'm excited about Doom Eternal. Wifey's excited about Animal Crossing. I played through Doom Eternal, I loved it, and then I wound up just playing a lot of Animal Crossing while listening to the Doom Eternal soundtrack. Which is a trip, I can tell you. Used yellow. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen that army, that Skeletor Nighthaunt army. Was there a Doom turn-based game? Not that I'm aware of, but I'm not aware of everything. Yellow under Tesseract Glow. Well, actually, so I don't have Tesseract Glow, but I do have Hexwraith Flame, which is a more green version of Tesseract Glow, and I can tell you for sure it works fantastically over yellow. I can grab a mini right now and show it off. Like, where is it? Too dark over here. I can't see my models. This guy. Probably helped keep lockdown interesting. Yo, do your thing. I am always happy to have you. All of the glowy green on this dude is Hex Wraith over a yellow base. And it makes the green glow like so much warmer. Oh, I have totally seen that video. I love that video. Yeah, it looks tight. That's the candles is what made me think about it. It's like all these Cursed City models have candles on them. What am I gonna do about that? Maddie's a lawyer. Congratulations, Junebug. Congratulations to her. Congratulations to you. It's an RPG port. Huh. That's not. Where's the buttons I'm trying to click? Nice PJs. Oh, I mean these are regular ass pants, but thank you. I love these. Bird Law? I think it's not Bird Law, but Klez, you're still our Bird Law expert. We wouldn't turn to anyone else for Bird Law. That would just be foolish. I feel like I'm really tempting fate by having this leaning partway off my cutting mat. All right, my goal for today is to be done all the metallics on these skeletons. If I get further than that, just a blessing. That's icing on the cake. But if I can finish all the metallics on these, I will be a happy creature. Well, environmental, that's Bird Law. She's a other kind of law, and I can't remember. I can't ever remember what it is that she does. But it's law related. Isabel invites Doom Guy to the Q Fighters picnic. Yes. Educational policy. There you go. What was that? What was the video you saw on YouTube, Mel? We love a good dope video. Got a beefy version of a Gauss rifle. Oh yeah, that's the Royal Warden from Indomitus, right? They don't have another sculpt for that, do they? Because I like that mini a lot. Video from Goobertown Hobbies showing how the army painter makes their paints. Ooh, Goobertown's cool. Is it Brent or Brett at Goobertown? I feel bad because people always call me Brent, but I'm not a Brent. So I assume that no one can actually be named Brent, even though I know people actually are named that. It is Brent. Okay. Let you charge, retreat, then shoot. I mean, that's a pretty solid strategy, though. Like, being able to pull out of combat. Being able to reliably pull out is an important skill for a lot of people. Just kidding, that's the worst variety of contraception. Especially in an age where they're trying to make sure abortion isn't doable.
Hello there.
Clover! How are you, buddy?
It's always time for
Oh my god, I just got jump scared by myself.
It's always time for plants. It's always time for plants.
Wow.
It's always time for plants.
I shouldn't have been looking at the camera. Not the camera, the monitor. That was a very pitiful cough. I'm sorry. It sounded a lot like I was crying. It's because I felt like I was crying. Moros, welcome in. It's great to see you. Quite a Necron flares, make all the skins different colors like blue and green and human colors. Maybe paint each flares metallic bits like there's from a different dynasty since they're all mutants anyway. That's actually like the flare cults are like some of my favorite. The flare virus and the destroyer cults are some of my favorite Necron lore, but like, surprise, I'm a fucking edgelord. Waiting for the phone call. Spawn was not happy about school this morning. In a typical sort of a way, or in a new and bad kind of way? I mean, what? Washes are fine and dandy for making things happen fast. And I really like what there is a time and a place for every single technique, except for a couple which are just straight up bad. I can't think of any that are straight up bad right now, but like, I'm sure that there's a couple. Oh, Necrons are undead, for sure. I'm painting these skeleton warriors like the same way that I would paint Necrons. There's just more bone on the skeleton warriors. But they're gonna wind up basically looking the same. Dip in glue and then glitter? No, because if you want glitter, there's a good way to get glitter. I think dipping in glue is probably a bad idea, but I have paints with glitter in them. Sleepy, and remember Sleepy Spawn last year slapped her bully. Oh boy. I mean, I'm morally in support of slapping your bullies, but practically speaking, it's not conducive to civic society. Do they let me do a hold and pay out for the Tomb Kings? Because oh, dude, that box is $300. Well, it's also it's a lot of boys, isn't it? I have put zero actual thought into the old world. As soon as I saw that they didn't intend to support vampire counts, I was like, well, I'm out. That's all I care about. That's not all I care about. There's a lot of fantasy armies I would like to play, but I don't want to go back to square bases. I don't miss square bases. I don't miss rank and flank. I like squads instead of regiments. There's a better way to put that. We'll continue to buy random minis on Etsy and not do Warhammer. I want to own a car one day. We only have Bretonians and Tomb Kings for now. Well, they have a list of they when they announced they were like fully definitely doing it, they put out a list of armies they were going to support with rules, and it's out there. I don't know how to find it. It's like they have one, and like the books that they're releasing, the Forces of Good and the Ravening Hordes, have all of the armies already ready to go. Like they're getting released alongside Bretonnians and Tomb Kings. It's just Bretonnians and Tomb Kings are the only ones getting the army boxes. I say I haven't followed, but clearly, apparently, I am following. Moros, you're right though. There's also just buying directly from GW is always a bad idea because their prices are fucked. One of my funniest battles in Total Warhammer 3 was Vlad. Got ambushed by Ikit and surrounded. Vlad, Isabella, and one of those big bear, Vargolf, and a squad of Graveguard had an epic last stand. And ended up winning after the rest of the army was taken out. That's fucking cool. Bully kept lying and telling on her for stuff she didn't do. She was indignant. I mean, yeah. I'm like I said, I'm morally in favor of carefully applied violence. I am not a lefty who thinks that we shouldn't be violent. If violence didn't work, cops wouldn't exist, armies wouldn't exist. Violence fucking works. 3D printing minis is cost effective. Once you get past the initial cost of buying a printer, it is probably the cheapest way to acquire minis, but that initial startup cost can be tremendous. And it's also a hassle to learn how to 3D print. It is genuinely its own hobby just to 3D print good. Squirrel launcher from this month's release. Oh, you know what? I have not even looked at this month's release. Ozo, we got a Zo in the house. There's some Zos in this house. For that wet ass Zo, I guess. That's where we're going with this. What's up, buddy? How are you? Stopped another kid from picking me up against my will as a child, and I got labeled as the aggressive kid. Yeah. Yo, Zo's a wonderful human, a wonderful sandwich, and paints and plays games. Basically, go follow my friend if you're not already, but you're probably already following. You get my squad of flayed ones for $20 off eBay after the new kill teams came out. It'll definitely, it might not be cheaper overall to buy it piecemeal, but if you pick it up from a non-GW store or just look for old boxes, because it looks like they haven't even updated a lot of those minis. So, like, there's probably a lot of people with those old Tomb King boxes hanging out. I don't know. I'm not an expert. Maybe I'm an expert. Got bullied a lot in elementary school by a group of kids, ended up cracking and tossed one. He never got in trouble for bullying me. I got sent to the office for tossing him. Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing, is that the bully never gets caught. It's always the kid who fucking reacts. Like, I didn't get lots of physical bullying, but that's because I was bigger than every other fucking kid. So I'm not going to get physical bullying, but I am going to get called a lot of names. I don't know why I'm saying this like it's a future tense thing. This is a thing that did happen to me. Kids are vicious. Kids are some of the worst. They know exactly how to push buttons. 2 of your high school bullies are dead? Oh, shit. Wait, you say that's a nice revenge. Klez, are you admitting to murder right now? I would prefer that this not be the avenue by which you did that. Busy that day, so her dad had to pick her up. She walked through the door and excitedly yelled, "I hit kid's name and I am in trouble. But daddy bought me a dinosaur." Gotcha. I mean, dropping their names here is kind of weird, but I mean, glad they're gone, I guess. It feels invasive considering I have no idea who they are, but also fuck them. If they were dicks, tight. Get them out of here. Good riddance to bad garbage. As I was saying, I'm not a lefty who doesn't believe in violence. How's it already been 40 minutes? What kind of a day? How does time occur like that? What's up, Void? Violence is fun when it's happening to bad people. Yes.
It's always time for cleansed.
The only issue is that like then it becomes like, well, who's bad people? Who deserves it? Blah blah blah. And like anyone who wants to be the arbiter of that probably shouldn't be the arbiter of that. Still at work. Boo. When I was in school, I was always bullied because I was lanky. After I joined the football team and bulked up, my bullies were like, nah, fuck that. No, I always just got bullied for being fat. Which is super weird. Like, on reflection, like, it was such a weird double-edged sword of, like, being made fun of because I'm physically intimidating. But then, if I ever actually did be like, okay, well, let's go about it, they'd be like, no, never mind, just kidding. Just, I don't know. People who want to decided to have an axe to grind. Yeah, and I mean, like, I'm very happy to, I'm willing to say straight up, like, I'm a bitter, angry person, but it's because of that I try to be nice. Like, dealing with bullies was always tricky. Yeah. I mean, I was never worried about hurting anybody. I never actually got into a fight. It's just I would be like, okay, let's go, and then nobody would call my bluff. And to this day, that is every time I've ever done that. Nobody's been like, okay, yes, I actually want to fight you. They've been like, no, I changed my mind. Oh, dude, Catholic school bullying. No, thank you. Punched him in the dick? Hell yeah. Way to go, Mel. Dick punches for all bullies. Dick Punches is also the name of my new fighting game character. He studies mixed martial arts. His name is Dick Punches. Came into myself and I got to write my biggest asshole's yearbook that I would not and could not forgive her and never wanted to see her again. Oh, dude, that must have felt fantastic. I think I had scary dog privileges in high school because my best friend and also my partner. Oh. Had a breakdown and lost my social circle due to former friends. Came for Skellingtons, but all I got was this shirt. Steph, are you saying that skeletons make you come? Jesus Christ, Bennett. Welcome. Happy to have you. Sorry to say that.
Because he's my best friend, he's my pal, he's my homeboy, my rock.
Claire being your partner at the time. Yeah, that makes sense. Phone call. I have the pants on again. Yeah. Here's my secret, Cap. Especially when it's winter, I just wear the same sets of pants a couple days in a row. Void. Scam call back. What's the hammer for? What's the hammer for? Why am I getting hammered? I mean, I'm okay with getting hammered. Let's go, but it's a little early. Apparently only stood up to my bullies when they picked on my friends. That's some good old-fashioned paladin justice. Ooh, I am almost out of this paint. I should really write that down that I need more. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. I mean, I'm not... Oh, skeleton horde. Would Astarion be Lamian or Von Karstein? Probably Lamian. Because I think the seduction thing is where we go with that. But vampires in general are all no bone zone before 4 p.m. I'm not allowed to talk about sex before 4 p.m. That's garbage. That's not. I didn't sign up for that. Where did I opt out of that service? Mostly joking. Wait, are you telling me I shouldn't be horny on this stream? I'm pretty sure we've established that is 90% of this stream. Sounds like someone's watching Twitch at work without headphones. Actually, speaking of that. When I'm playing Cult, I say, send me your bones whenever I get bones. Fuck yes. Please do not send squirrel bones. Oh, check out the clip? All right. What, do they drive you a bit nutty? Heyo. Let's slide to the clip. Clicking. Skellingtons, but all I got was this shirt. Steph, are you saying that skeletons make you come? Jesus Christ, that. The immediate regret that I experience. Hell yeah. I'm pretty sure that my web browser was muted for that. That was impressive. Super annoyed at the slime company. Slime company? I feel like I'm missing context for a slime company. Walking Dead Apocalypse with Helman Gorst. Auto-resolve fucks me, so I gotta do each fight. I have no idea who Helman Gorst is. That's a character I don't know. But his name makes me want mayonnaise. Which I'm sure is the goal for every necromancer, is to have a name that makes you want mayonnaise. Oh, you bought slime from like slime, not like an ooze, not like a gelatinous cube, but like one of those textural slimes. Got it. Is it not good? Well played, Void. Apparently I let a boy break a pencil lead in my arm and cut off my ponytail, but the moment he hurt my best friend, I waited for him to get going on the swing and stepped in the way and hit him with a left-handed punch and knocked out 4 teeth. Fuck yeah. I stabbed a kid with a pencil once. That's fair. That is the only violent thing I ever did. Was I did stab a kid with a pencil. In retaliation. Elmengorst is a weirdo whose family died to a plague, so he reanimated them as zombies. Went mad necromancer style. Hell yeah. The slime is terrible and they're acting rude about the return. Yikes. Look at these skeletons. Hold on. Just want to get a little more paint on these guys. So I want to look at my own skeletons first. All right. Are they cool? Are they sexy? Are they sexy skeletons? They're skeletons that my phone doesn't want to load. Not phone. Not phone. Love it. Once again, a shrinking violet because I've never gotten in a fight and I cry when people raise their voices at me, but I talk mad shit about beating up other people. Yeah, I think that's just the way it goes. Didn't even touch the slime. It was pink and glittery and smelled softly of bubblegum. Is that not what you asked for? Because that sounds nice, but I'm also not a slime person. It's supposed to be a top company and it was boring. Huh. Lunchtime, get you some food. Get you some lunch. Ironic that a sandwich would eat lunch. Junebug, are you still in chat? Is it gonna be a cannibal sandwich? I was eating cannibal sandwiches before I knew that they existed. To be clear. I've always loved raw ground beef, and have in fact used to go so far as to seasoning it and dicing onions to put in it. So when cannibal sandwiches became a thing that was known by the greater world, I was like, been there, done that. A cannibal sandwich slime. Check out this art. Safe for work. See, I just got rickrolled. I now automatically distrust every link. Even though I like getting rickrolled, it does instill distrust in me. Whoa. Whoa, the meat. Okay, look at this the meat on this highway, though. The shark in the forest is cool, but the highway meat? Mwah. God, I'm a simple creature. Ooh, that's a nice arch. And then this weird meaty phone booth. That's the TARDIS on a bad day. Tartar does nothing for you? Oh, Tartar is so good. No, that's my shit. Give me some fucking Tartar, break a soft-boiled egg on there. Give me that egg yolk. Some caviar in there. Oh my god. I'm making myself hungry. It's just seasoned raw beef. Or raw meat, but usually beef. And it's like fresh. Ideally, it's fresh. Like, killed earlier that day. And it's fucking tasty. I mean, yeah, caviar is tight. Caviar is different from raw meat, though, because it's, you know, eggies. Nah, I have eaten a lot of... I've eaten a lot of raw ground beef in my life, and my preference for meat is just blue rare anyway. Does that help the cannibal accusations or hurt the cannibal accusations? Eat meat now, but I don't like the flavor of meat? Huh. Eats raw ground beef when in charge of making the red sauce. Hell yeah, you do. Proud of you, because same. Knock the horns off it. I mean, you can leave the horns even. No, see, if it's prime rib is tasty if it's like barely cooked. If it's like just like lukewarm from being on the grill long enough to, you know, be seen by the chef, that's the ideal. I'm very aware that this is how you get worms. Have you ever thought that maybe I want worms? No, what now? That's right. Yes, okay, that's fair. If there's a flavor freak I could be, have Bennett having worms would make sense. Bennett being one of them worm freaks, that tracks, unfortunately. Ever been to prime rib? Yes, I have. I used to know sorry, no, just kidding. I'm thinking of charred rib before that closed. I used to be babysat by the owner's daughter. We would eat there all the time. There's a book I'm surprised you haven't read. What's the book? Best steaks in town. See, I don't know. Steaks are fine. I don't go wild for steaks. I would rather eat a burger. I'd rather have a well-prepared burger than like almost any steak because it's just more like I'd rather have a sandwich food than a food I have to cut up. I don't know why that is, but that's true. And it's just like it's cheaper, it's easier. There's less it's on your list of to reads and it's brought up organically, so I don't want to ruin it for you. Is it my best friend's exorcism? Because I read that shit. That was gross. Speaking of worms. It's not that, it's something else. Okay. We'll get there. We have ads about to start, and I need more coffee or I will die. So, we're gonna take a quick little ad break. I'm gonna think about raw meat and how much I want to eat some right now. And I'm gonna be right back, and I hope all of you hang out. Oh my word. Once.
Sir, are you classified as human?
Negative. I am a meat popsicle. Wouldst thou like to live deliciously?
I'm back and I'm so fucking powerful. I'm impossible to destroy. What's up? Gotta fix up Adderai's terrarium for display. Yo, Moros, when you have that ready to go, I want a photo. Please.
Wow.
Snurtle. I don't know what Snurtle is. To wrap up cozily beneath the covers and hold off the day a little longer. Oh, I snurtle on the regular. I snurtle all the time. Hey, thank you for the work, lurk, void. Oh, fuck yeah, I left just after you rocked back up. Clover, I actually remembered to refill my water bottle while I was away. How... Sponsible. Sponsible. So sponsible. Oh, my nose is itchy. And I think I have to charge my phone. Yeah, I do. Let's do it. Nope. Let's just keep knocking into stuff. We'll get there. Orange. Where is it? What is it? Who is it? What if I... Ooh, what if I just thin that out and use that as my rust color? So I love Dirty Down Rust, and I will love Dirty Down Rust until the day I die, but I don't want to use that product across dozens of skeletons because it's expensive. The price per ounce is ludicrous. It does its work, but you know, and when it comes to mass painting things, I'm not going to use a cool product like that. I'm going to do something like thinning out orange and just doing that. So that's where we're at right now. That's the next step. Okay, what I need to do, I'm just now thinking, is because the Vortex Mixer is so loud, I want to make a command for my Stream Deck where I mute my microphone and it plays like hold music. I think that would be really funny. Still working on that bust? Yo, if I would love to see the progress you've made on that bust as well. I want to see everyone's art all the time. No exceptions. Just want people to create cool stuff. In a rice bowl with chicken and poached egg and hoisin sauce. Holy fucking shit. Clover, you need to make some art. Follow my commands. Make some art. Steph, I want to eat that. Can you send that to me real quick? I want to bust some art out. Hey, same. I worry I'm just playing around and being precious when I need to make bigger decisions. I mean, other people's input can help with that. Fuck, how did I paint my... Need to get a reference skeleton. Boop. There we go. I'll put it through my phone. All right, just mash it in there, you know? All right, here's my reference skeleton. So, yeah, those are copper. Got it. That might be the wrong orange. But it might be the right orange. We'll find out. 3 ear warmer bases. Oh, I did. I'm really excited for it. I'm honestly thinking of putting that on my stream schedule this coming week because I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure that update drops on a Tuesday. So I'm definitely thinking of just picking up Cult of the Lamb again. Use the charging port hole, it'll fit. Hell yeah. 3 ear warmer bases, 2 Hello Kitty, and 1 for their goth one. Sanrio has a goth character? Oh, it's like the bunny or something, right? Yeah, I do. I need to actually catch one of your fucking streams. I feel like I've been really bad at catching people's streams recently. And for that, I apologize. But also, time waits for no one. You gotta do what you gotta do. Like, I try to always at least lurk your streams, Zoe, but like, because you often stream when I do, but the timing just isn't there. I don't know. I don't feel like I need to apologize. Just love my friends so much. I need them to know. You got a new bag of ice. Does this bag lie, or is it a better person than it used to be? Better person? Sent Bennett a great ice video. You did send me an ice video while I was on break. Can confirm. And it was a good video, but ice still isn't food. And the bag lies. At least one bag did. I don't know if the new one does. It's just fresher ice. So it's still lying ice? Lying ice is watching you. One bag always lies and one bag always tells the truth. Ice is food. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. There's this, Morris, this is like one of the few things we fundamentally disagree with each other on. And honestly, like, that's okay. It's not gonna break this for me, but it just, you're wrong. When you go to raid out, may I make a? Oh yeah, Micah. I've been raiding Micah recently. Hell yeah, I like Micah, or Mycagnius, I believe is the full pronunciation of that statue's name. But yeah, the Cult of the Lamb update looks really good, and I'm excited. How do people just pronounce things? I could never. It's Thursday, right? Yeah, it's Thursday. One more day till the weekend. That's one thing I've never fucking done is like had a normal weekend job or like a job where you just like have weekends. I just realized something when you said that. What did you realize? Like every job I've ever had has been like, yeah, you're gonna work on Saturday and or Sunday. I've never had that like Monday to Friday 9 to 5 experience. Overdid the caffeine. My order of advanced GG arrives on Saturday. Advanced GG. What's advanced GG? But also, fuck yeah, I'm glad it's gonna get here. Goblin goo, gamer goo, girl guns, giga gugums, gift grabbing. I don't know, girl goo. Girl goo? It's gotta be girl goo. Gabagool. Good game. Giraffe garbanzos. Ghost gun. Giant girl. Oh fuck, I want a fucking gorilla. If you can pre-order Giant Girl, I would love to know how. G Fuel, but actually healthy for you. Oh. Nice. Great Gatsby. Grimy Gopher Guts. That's Triple G's, probably. Goo Guzzler. Hey, if I could order a giant girl goo guzzler, please, that would be that would be too much. The Goo Guzzler 9000. Cool things to call your non-binary partner. Partner's glasses are on the way. Hell yeah, everybody's getting stuff in the mail. I ordered some new CPAP air filters yesterday, and they're going to show up next week. Excited about that. Your camera's coming today. Started drinking it because standard coffee wasn't doing it for you. I dread the concept that will happen to me. I think that is when I know it's time to shuffle off this mortal coil. Arcana Cat. Do. How are you, buddy? Welcome in on this fine Thursday. Bennett will breathe better and be more rested. I realized, like, not yesterday, 2 days ago, that I've just straight up forgotten to clean my CPAP, like, all of 2023. And I don't know how I managed that, given I was cleaning it weekly. Like, since I've owned it, I've cleaned it weekly. But for some reason, 2023 just was like, nah, you're not going to remember to do this ever. And I realized I was out of filters, so... Moss. Just waking up, how is everybody? We're doing good. It's a fancy footloose goo guzzling day. Some days you guzzle the goo, and some days the goo guzzles you. Can you tell which phrasing my echolalia has just attached itself to? Zenny from a discount glasses shop is normally $120. You got him a pair for $35? Nice. Groin gripper? That's dangerous. That feels like a facehugger variant. Don't need to use a CPAP anymore because I have one of those chip thingies. What chip thingy? Mel, are you about to revolutionize my life? This chip thingy. Why do other people know about this chip thingy and I don't even know what it is? I don't know what is chip thingy. I'm dying to know. I'm begging to know. The first pair arrived and they're so comfy we did a second pair. 2 pairs for under $80 with a metal frame. On the one hand, I'm glad that I don't have to deal with glasses yet because it's convenient to have functional eyesight. On the other hand, I love the way glasses look on everyone. And I think I would look erudite and attractive, even more than I already do with glasses. Groping gusher? Oh boy. Advertised on the radio a lot. I literally don't know the last time I listened to the radio. Could not put a date on it. Gushing Guyver. Grumbling Gremlin. Gimpy Gus. It's still Goo Guzzler. That's still the best one. Yeah, thankfully I don't have to listen to the radio for any reason ever. Just watch my recap reel? Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, so that's my new channel trailer slash raid video. Gilded Goon? Gilded Goon sounds like a really good D&D tavern. Let's go to the Gilded Goon for drinks. 11 out of 10. Hey, well, thanks for being there and helping to make it happen. Not just you, but everyone. Chip thing is where they install a chip into you. You have a remote that you put on your chest and push the button and it acts like a cordless CPAP. Wow. I have not debuted it on stream, but I did put it on my socials. But I can debut it on stream whenever. I literally finished it like noon o'clock today and got it published. You've been work lurking? Hell yeah. I think it has to be a stream debut too. Well, should I do that now? Because, I mean, we can make it happen. I can show you. I'd love to show you. Compiling clips from 2023 to make a fresh new channel trailer. Also a thing to play when raids occur.
Show us, bitch.
All right, it's happening. Can I get a drum roll? Can I get a drum roll, please? In the immortal words of Palpatine, do it. I even have a button to make it happen. Let's go. Stream started with put on 5 pairs of sunglasses and take 2 shots. And can you believe it? It's gone downhill. I'm the best there is at what I do, and what I do is paint minis and rant about food textures. I'll do damn near anything for money. I mean, you can enjoy puzzles, just don't do the puzzle that gets you sent to sex hell. particular part of your brain. What the fuck? I think a parrot could eat anything it wants as long as it's dedicated. She'll make you call her daddy? Fuck, I hope so. Some kind of regular horse idiot. You know the type. If you're not a hot nun, are you having fun? People don't say that. People shouldn't say that. I regret saying it already. I think we could go for a 100% reduction in guys. How many captchas am I gonna have to captcha? I'm just trying to log into OnlyFans. I found a bat while I was looking for a crab. I love this game. Everybody just tune in for every single stream I ever do, because if you don't, I'll fucking know. I'm so unreasonably pleased with the Inception thwom at the end. Yeah, I feel like that sums up stream really, really well. Oh, you didn't see the edited version? I'm glad that you got to see it. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, and I made a button on my stream deck, so now whenever I get raided, I can just fucking slap it and we'll do it. Oh, it feels good. It feels good. It feels good. Earring check. Oh, wait, no, let me go back. Bat skulls. Pre-captions and pre-effect edits. Wait, no, I forgot where my camera is. You know, just having an asthma attack. Ugh. Jumped out of screen. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's do it. Let's get back there. Y'all, you're all the best. Dude, I reposed Hector and I'm so happy with it. Like, which direction do I go to show off Hector? I can't. This mirrored camera fucks me up every time. Got a little casual Hector going on. One leg up. Just reclining. Luxuriating, relaxed, moisturized, in his lane. We have no beer on hand, and that's fully my bad. What am I doing? Oh, I'm hitting this button. I was literally thinking this week that I wanted more beer. And then that led to a whole long experience that I'm not going to recap on screen, but yeah, when I go out and get some Voodoo Ranger, with respect, fuck Voodoo Ranger. Voodoo Ranger can go right to hell. New Belgium is a fine brewery. Voodoo Ranger is not for me. I have not had a variety of Voodoo Ranger that I didn't think was just trend hopping boring. I mean, yeah, it's better than... No, I don't even agree with that. I'd rather have a Coors. I would rather have that yellow can Coors Banquet than have a fucking any Voodoo Ranger. There's a very Bennett take. Give me a fucking $2 can of Coors. But yeah, I need to, my brain is in a million places right now. But yes, I need to get some beer. I also need to get Negroni fixins. And I intended to do that when I went out yesterday and ran errands. But stuff happened. My brain decided to poop on me, so I only ran some of the errands I intended to run. And that happens sometimes, and we just work with it. My opinion on Guinness is that it is solid. It's a good beer. I will drink Guinness frequently, but I am frustrated by what Guinness did specifically with their... I can't talk. Frustrated specifically with what Guinness did with their factory in Baltimore. Yes, that is also on my list of stuff to do. I specifically wanted to dial back some of my gaming streams because Evil Within had me so frustrated. I was like, I want to paint more instead of playing video games on stream. But when I pop back and play more games again, because it's gonna happen, that's top of my list. So Guinness. Guinness did Baltimore the quote-unquote favor of opening a factory in Baltimore, but did the mermaid get Arby's? The mermaid got no Arby's, but it did eat me a couple more times. Guinness came to Baltimore, but their condition for coming to Baltimore and bringing us all this tax revenue and this and this and this, their condition for that happening was changing a lot of Baltimore cities and Maryland as a whole, changing our liquor laws and the way that we do a lot of our laws around like bars and who can sell what and where and how much and when, basically to explicitly benefit them and harm every other brewery in the state. And because, you know, everybody wants that money, everybody said okay to it, and it really put a lot of the breweries into a bad situation. A lot of the local craft breweries into a bad situation. Thanks to all of the effort of those craft breweries and of our comptroller, who's a big beer nerd. Shout out to Pierre Franchot. A lot of those got overturned, but there's still some fucked up, just inconvenient stuff that makes being a brewery specifically in Baltimore way more difficult than it needs to be. And then after all that, Guinness fucking built their factory. Factory was open for, I don't know, 3-4 years, and then they pulled out. And now there's just this massive fucking empty ass beer factory that nobody can produce enough fucking beer to buy, to move into. And they changed all their fucking laws and shit. Like, they fully pulled out of Maryland after they fucked everything up for everybody else. That's why I have beef with Guinness. Like, it's a great beer, but fuck them as a company. Now I'm gonna actually read chat. Don't forget about Monday. I know I need to look at my schedule and also figure out what's going on with Steph. Neither of which need to happen on stream right now. Did you get Arrogant Bastard? Yeah, Arrogant Bastard and Old Rasputin. Fantastic beers, love them. Nice old school beers that the kids these days just don't understand. And Dead Guy, also delicious. Blue Moon is a solidly tasty beer, but I hate the fact that they are a brewery owned by Miller Coors and pretends they're not. Like they market themselves as being like a little craft brewery, but they're owned by one of the two biggest breweries in the fucking world. So it's disingenuous. Nobody goes to Baltimore for free. Hell no. Again, I worked in the alcohol industry for like 8 years, and 5 of those 8 was specifically selling beer. Well, all of that was specifically selling beer, but 5 of those 8 was being a beer salesman in a liquor store, as compared to being a beer salesman to a liquor store. So I have a lot of alcohol opinions, and they're all very strong. Oh, here's an additional alcohol opinion. More unions would be fucking tight. The fact that there's only one brewery that I know of that's unionized is miserable. How do I feel about Leinenkugels? Leinenkugels is also owned by Miller Coors. And again gets my disdain for pretending they're not owned by Miller Coors. But honestly, as a brewery, like, their beer is not quite to my taste, but ain't nothing wrong with it. Good for them for bringing shandies to the mainstream. Because, like, a shandy is a solid kind of beer. Control the hops, control the beer. I mean, kinda, yeah. That's a whole different discussion. The Baltimore Zoo. The Baltimore Zoo used to be really good, and now it just still exists. Maybe it's because I was a child. It's definitely partially because I was a child. But, like, they lost a lot of funding over the last, like, 20 years, and it shows, unfortunately. Abita Strawberry. Oh, man, Abita is huge in Louisiana. And Abita makes some fine beer. They make some that's better than others. I don't particularly fuck with the strawberry, but like their brown ale is pretty solid, and they make a, I think it's a Maibach that's like pretty tight. This is the most I have talked about beer in quite a while. This is interesting. Save the cheerleader, save the world. That's Heroes, right? I've never watched it. But that's got Hayden Panettiere in it, doesn't it? Panettiere. Hayden Panettiere. And Zachary Quinto? Zachary Quinto wound up being an American Horror Story, right? He's the guy I always mistakenly remember as Jeremy Quinto. He was also Spock. Oh, I don't watch Star Trek. I don't know anything about that. Star Trek's for nerds. Blueberry ale with the bulldog on the front. Hey, I know that one. That one's not half bad. New Spock. Oh, Spock in the movies that has the Marvel Star Trek movies. Which is disrespectful, but is it inaccurate? Thredson, Drusif. Hey, speaking of releasing videos today, Drusif, your big news. Oh, he was Thredson? Oh my God, he's Thredson? Drew, I'm so used to that being echolalia for you that I didn't even consider you were literally talking about Thredson. Holy shit. Drusif also released a very good video today that I had a big chuckle from. Oh, the Coney Island root beer. That stuff. I was working in a liquor store when that stuff came out and got popular, and it was hell. It was hell. Show his video on stream? All right, hold on. I have one more skeleton to throw rust on, and then I will find that video. That was the number one thing people asked about nonstop. They wouldn't believe when we said we were sold out. It was the worst. We were putting signs up on registers to be like, no, we don't have it and we can't get it. And people would, it was, God, that summer was awful. Oh, just because the manufacturer... So, classic story related to something I've said a lot today. That is another brewery that got bought out by... I'm pretty sure it was Anheuser-Busch. It got bought out by Anheuser-Busch and got distributed bigly, like in more places. It got really, really, really popular such that the brewery itself could not physically make enough. And they started making it in other breweries also owned by Anheuser-Busch to follow up on the supply, but they couldn't fucking get there. So, like, literally it just didn't exist to be bought. Fucking big pain in the ass. Don't know who started the whole of retail workers say they don't have it, they're lying. Yeah, that person, they're in hell now. And if they're not in hell now, they'll be in hell soon. Oh, that's not the person I thought it was. Hold on. This fucking video, Drew. I love it. Let me pause my music so we can fully understand this. That person needs a Winchester mansion. Yes. Yes, they do.
I've been seeing a lot of videos lately about YouTubers.
This had me dying.
Talking about how it's just getting to be too much, and they're taking on things that they don't want to be taking on, and I kind of had a realization from that. So today I'm here to say, unfortunately, I'm going to be continuing to make YouTube videos. It's really scary to think that this thing that I've been working on for 17 years, that number makes me want to throw up. I'm going to be continuing, you know, waking up each morning and not knowing what I'm going to do. So it'll just be the same as usual. And not knowing if I'm going to be able to pay the bills, same as usual. And it's just not really a life that I want. And I think it would be nice to be able to take a step back. And so I'm not going to be doing that. And I'm going to be continuing to work as I have for the past 17 years. So, don't smile because it's over. Be happy because it don't. Thank you all so much for joining me on this journey. If you want to continue watching my YouTube videos that I will still be making, you can do that. And so please do that.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Drusif, you are so fucking funny. Oh. Yeah, that's whenever anybody asks, I'm like, yeah, Drusif is the funnier sibling. I got the looks, Drew got the humor. My PS5 is not turning on, I'm in distress. Hey, that feels relevant to that video we just watched. Oh. I'm sorry though. That's why I'm the funny one in our relationship. Yeah, Drusif is my literal real for real meat brother. We have photos of us together as children, also as adults, but that proves less. Oh shit, thanks, Steph. You're right, but metal. There you go. There we are. Real for real meat brother. That's my preferred way of referring to my family. Meat bro. Hashtag meat bro. All right, can I dry brush all these skeletons in 10 minutes or less? Probably. Step aside, blood brother. Now it is time for meat brother. Oh. There you go. It's not a perfect one-to-one recreation, but like it's close enough. Also, I forgot that I was painting their robes black and not purple, and that is going to speed this process up. Meat. We love meat on this channel. I have no shade against vegans and vegetarians. Y'all make some great food, but love meat. Mostly just because it's funnier than... Meat is just funnier than vegetables. End of story. Why is that? I don't know. Maybe I have to dig deep and figure that out myself, but I feel that way. Question. Answer. Schmeat. Oh, I mean, schmeat is also funny. What about phallic vegetables? Well, what about phallic meat? How much paint do I need on my dry brush? I feel like I'm doing it wrong. I mean, it depends on how do I answer this question in a way that makes any fucking sense and doesn't sound like I'm just an idiot? You don't want much paint on your dry brush. Well, it's not an issue of not having paint on your dry brush. It's an issue of having a dry brush, which sounds foolish as fuck that I'm saying it out loud, but like, so the whole process of dip paint into thing, brush off on either a texture palette or a paper towel or whatever. The point of that is that you're basically minimizing the amount of water in the brush bristles as well as in the paint itself, so you're left mostly with pigment flakes. That's where paint comes from, is pigment powder mixed with fluid a little bit of adhesive. There you go. So you want mostly just pigment powder on your brushes, and that's how it's going to get there. That's also why it's very easy to wipe off. But it also depends on how heavy of a dry brush you want. If you want a really thin, really light dry brush, like for instance, I am going to barely just touch the tip of this mini. If you want a really light dry brush, less paint works better. If the HDMI cable is not plugged into the TV, the video will not display. Hey, my PS5 had that same problem. I wasn't sure how to fix it. Versus if I do it heavier and make the brush touch more of the mini, I get more metallic, more dry brush. So it's not just the amount and like dryness of paint, it's also how hard you press. And I think that is really the flaw in a lot of dry brushing, is that like you're not like pushing on the mini. You are very lightly just like feather tapping. Unless you want a heavier dry brush. I'm getting an almost shading effect on some surfaces and I don't want it. You might just be pressing too hard. Like, let's use this shield as an example. If I were to press this brush, this dry brush, as hard as I normally press a brush, it would be like that. It's still, because there's not much paint on here, it still looks like a dry brush, but you can see that it's got way more coverage than just a little like light flicking. And that's why with a dry brush especially, you want a stiffer bristled brush. If you're using a really soft bristle brush that moves with the contours of the mini, you're going to just paint the mini. But if you use a stiffer bristle, it's only going to catch the raised edges, which is what you're going to want to do with a dry brush. The music in that video is Smash Mouth's All-Star in minor key. I didn't even fucking catch that. More reasons for me to go back and watch that video another time. That's a powerfully Lemon Demon maneuver. Or not Lemon Demon, Mouth Sounds. That's a very Mouth Sounds maneuver. Or Shrek Sound. Whatever. What is that fucking Neil project called? Why can Brain no get there? I know it's the same dude. I'm trying to be specific. But I'm failing. Because I can't remember what things are. Are you going to release that track on its own? Because you should. Did I just do this shield and then put him down? No, I didn't. It's just very light. Okay. It's all just under Neil. Because I think that's specifically not Lemon Demon, even though Lemon Demon is also Neil. Yeah, Mouth Dreams was the most recent one. And is also a perfect album. If y'all need some really good music to listen to, check out Mouth Sounds. There's also Mouth Moods. There's 4 of them. There's Mouth Sounds, Mouth Silence, Mouth Moods, Mouth Dreams. And they're all just amazing, perfect works of art. It still has All-Star all over the album? I'm going to have to listen to it again, because I think I never actually noticed it. So my coffee machine has the same sound for turning on as it does for turning off. No! Poor Skellington. And I hate that it gives me this, like, Pavlov effect of, like, I hear the coffee machine turn off, so I want coffee. What a pain in the ass. Skeleton? The one track you either stretch it or speed it up and you can hear the whistle. Oh my gods. Neil is the internet hero we all deserve. Sit here and hold this until it glues. Right. Next time I touch that, I guarantee it's gonna fucking fall apart. Can I finish dry brushing these skeletons in 5 minutes? Maybe. Let's go. Now that I'm not doing anything but brushing dryly. Nobody interrupt me. Let me focus. Chat, I need you to let me do this. No. Fair enough. If you break off this base, so help me gods. Can you do a quick drawing on stream, get a piece of paper? I mean, I can. Can you convince me to, though? That's really the question right now. I have paper and a pen in arm's reach. It's really important. Oh yeah, what do you need me to do? Draw. No, but draw what? Just a little bit of panic to really help things along. A fish? Maybe. Maybe. Is there any reason I can't do that when I come back from my impending break? Does it need to be done in the next 2 minutes? And if it does, why are you asking me to do it instead of doing it yourself? Draw the cool S? Oh, fuck yeah. I know you're trying to distract me. I'm just saying you need to up your stakes a little bit to really get me invested. You could ship it and we could become pen pals. But I can't do that after my ad break? Is the option for me to be your pen pal only in existence like immediately right now? That feels very manipulative. I don't think I want to be pen pals with a gaslighter. I have 5 seconds? No! I have more than that! No! Oh god. That actually did just fucking set me into fear mode. I have 60 seconds to finish dry brushing these last 3 skeletons. And if that's not motivation, I don't know what is. I think I can make it. I think I can do it. Oh, we're so close. We're so close. Ah! 30 seconds. 30 seconds. All right, are we there? Did we do it? Am I satisfied? Yes. I've done it. I'll catch you fuckers after the ad break.
What the dog doing?
A few moments later.
Capitalism? Right? All right. Is that going to balance? It is. Delightful. Oh, you know it. Of course it's really happening. You asked me to draw a fish. You said it was really urgent. Like, of course. Make a fish that looks like a dinosaur. Isn't that just a shark? Or are we talking specifically fancier and different than that? Also, what is this blue thing? I don't know. Okay. A dinosaur-themed fish. Wasn't that the Loch Ness? I mean, yeah, that would be the answer, I guess. Or a sturgeon? Yeah. Something like that. And then we're doing vaguely T-Rex themed. So it has tiny little fins that are also tiny little hands. I'm definitely making more like an eel than a real fish. We'll give it a sweet dorsal fin. Its fins are all fucked up because it's a survivor. It's been in a lot of fights because that's, to me, that's how dinosaurs are. Showing you my ugly never-ending shawl. I have not, and I want to see it. And a huge dick. I can't draw that on Twitch. I'll get in lots of trouble because they rolled back that rule. Remember? Oh, Steph, that's called Exquisite Corpse. And yes, I love doing that. What's that? And then it needs scales, right? Yeah, they rolled it back. You're not allowed to do any kind of nudity, artistic or not. It's against the rules. But it's a fish, not a dinosaur. It's just a dinosaur-themed fish. Its scales are the cool S pattern, because that's the other thing that got requested. We're playing at Adepticon? Fuck yeah. Oh, this is a fish. This fish gets it on. This fish is literally drowning in it. I would love to play Exquisite Corpse at Adepticon. That sounds great. I feel I've done the S thing so many times I've forgotten how the pattern goes. That's, I think, the opposite of what's supposed to happen. How does it fucking go? Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. It's that. Okay. Take the couch outside? Wait, why am I taking a couch out? Oh, there you go. Arcana, if there is any convenient way for you to get to Adepticon, that is the next con that I will be attending. Also for the first time, and I'm so excited and anxious about that. Used to go to cons religiously. The only convention you have time off for is Origins. I have definitely heard of Origins, but I've never been, and I don't know. I don't know anything about it. It's got different scale patterns on its underside, I guess. That's how that works. Starting to look kind of like it's got a corn tummy. Which, I mean, don't we all? It's a corn tummy. This is the Greater Eastern Plunstfish. A Mohawk fin? I'm sold. Let's go. Ten out of 10 would catch on a hook. God, I'm gonna pull out my Latin for a genus and a class name. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Used to do OhioCon, MatsuriCon, ColossalCon, and now it's just Oranges. Oranges? Origins. I haven't been to... The first con that I've been to since before COVID was Nova last September. And of course, that's how I got fucking COVID. But... Plunstis gargantopisces, the Greater Eastern Plunstfish. A crucial being. Very dangerous. Kind of cigar-shaped. Sometimes a fish is just a cigar. But like they're fun. They can be definitely socially overwhelming. For sure, but they're a fun time. And they are not like any other experience out there, and I wish I could explain that better. Well, Arcana, we are also going to be visiting, as we've talked about. We go to Ohio on a fairly regular basis, and the next time it happens, I'm letting you know. I want to go to that ramen place that you told me about. Ramen? Sushi? One of the two? Maybe both? Hopefully both. Oh, I will. I haven't forgotten. It's in my it's on my list. Is the next step more metallics? Yes. Ouch. Oh, ow. Ooh, I just stabbed myself on a mini I'm not even painting. That's got to count for something, right? I want to play a game. Let Wiley out. Board the windows. Check on Gus. Try to hide. That sound you hear? No, that smell, the cold in the air? That's death approaching. Oh, I'm glad I shook this up. Minnie demands to be painted next in blood. Well, okay, they're gonna get blood, but I have to do everything else first. Because if they get blood splattered before I paint the everything else, it just doesn't look right. Gotta go get ready for work. Boo! Thanks for hanging out, though. Where is the brush that I want? It's here. Catch you on the flip side. With layers of blood. Yes, but that's also not how blood works, because you don't have blood under your clothes. Look, I know what I'm fucking doing. I can't explain it, but I know what I'm fucking doing. Okay? Sometimes you do. I know you do sometimes. I can't explain it, but I know what I'm doing. End of arguing. I mean, most of the time that you're alive, you have blood under your clothes. To be completely honest with how that usually works. But I knew what I meant, and I knew how to get there. I know how to go where I'm going, I just don't know how to tell you where I'm going. That is the most true to life thing. Holy shit. The human body is a mess. How did I do the shield? Is this... Oh, I didn't even do copper on the shield? Oh, fuck yeah. Even faster. Love that for me. We're not doing copper on the shield. That's better. Hell yeah. No one likes pus. I'm sure someone likes pus. There's somebody out there who's just a raging pus-phile. A pusophile? A pusholic? Just a big pus fan. But, I'm not on that list. Part of growing up is learning to pretend the body is not as gross as it really is. True. And that farts aren't funny. The fact that we ever have to pretend that farts aren't so fucking hilarious kills me. Because they are. They're so funny. You mean because we have to eat to survive, we also have to create involuntary stink sounds? Yes, please. They are funny and chemical warfare. True. Farts make any tense situation funny. I don't know. I'd need to experience it to be able to prove it. Argument with your SOL? Little stink. Sometimes you just need a little stink sound. That's just how it is. I am certain there are situations that a fart would not make funnier, but I prefer not to think about them because I want joy in my life. Performance evaluation meeting? Oh, fuck yeah. Well, those things are just a garbage waste of time anyway. Every meeting, if it involves the word meeting, it doesn't need to happen. Elevator ride with your nemesis. If your elevator ride with your nemesis doesn't turn into murder or just powerful hate smooches, then, like, you've done that elevator wrong. Car ride with your siblings. There's only two acceptable ways to treat your nemesis, and it's to kiss or kill. I really like the posing on this skeleton. I have to come back and look at this again. Just like, just aggressive skeleton, just coming at you, ready to cut. Depends on emotional state. Ready to fuck. I once told my partner mid-hormone freak out, I'm not willing to talk to you right now because you're going to be right. I'm not ready to be done being mad at you. And he looked at me and said, what the fuck? And I love you. And then laughed. Oh, yo, fucking mood though. I pretty much every time I've ever gotten into an argument with somebody that I care about, I've been like, I want to not talk to you right now. I need time to be mad and calm down. And when I'm calm, we can have a discussion. Doesn't matter which one of us is right. I'm not going to be able to talk to you until I've had my tantrum. Don't talk to me until I've had my tantrum. He says, not food, Moros. I saw a company today that sells paintbrushes and paintbrush accessories. They're called, I think they're called Minotaur Hobbies. And they sell a paint water mug that says, don't talk to me until I've had my paint water. And I want it. I want it. I wish that that worked in my family. We have a horrible problem of walking away and then coming back and continue arguing. Now, if I'm given the opportunity to calm down, I can have a discussion. But like if I get pushed and have to talk while I'm in the heat of my emotions, it's gonna be a bad time. And like I know that about myself, and specifically try to cool off before I make things worse by being a big butthead. Dad always had a 15-minute rule. Everyone separate for at least 15 minutes. I fuck with that. That's good shit. That is a good life rule, honestly. You ever find yourself really, really upset? Take 15 minutes and then make a decision. Because I painted those things, I'm gonna just real quick pretend I didn't. Boo doo doo boo boo boo. Give them a little dry brush system. Not even really a dry brush, just a sort of a surprise. Here's this. My brother and I are 9 years apart. Got to miss out on sibling argument timeouts. It was timed, I think, on their ability to smoke green and a cig and then fix a cup of coffee, and then they would face anything. Honestly, if I could do the same thing, I could probably do that. I need the rest of the night because if you flip my shit, I'm pretty upset. I'm aware of how easy it is to get me feeling any emotion, including angry. That's why I'm like that. I'm like, nah, I can chill. I can dial it in. I can dial it back rather, not dial it in. Unironically, yes. It's a vortex mixer intended for test tubes, but being utilized for paints because it's convenient. And I'm 99% sure they use the same motor. I'd need to open things up that I don't want to open up. Because I'd rather they stay functioning, but I'm pretty sure it's the same mechanism. I know that's not a very funny answer, but it is the answer. Ouch. Apparently, I was terrible at following the rule as a preteen and would want to follow and explain my point. Makes sense. My poor sister, who has blackout rages, nearly killed me a couple times due to the fact I was terrible at the 15-minute rule. I can understand wanting to explain yourself. And that is like, that's where a lot of the conflict with my I need to go cool off has come from. It's like, no, I don't need you to explain yourself. I need you to give me time to want to hear you explain yourself. This is not about you. This is all about me. But it's hard to explain that, especially when you're in it, you know? We've had some good topics today. I got to complain about beer stuff that hasn't mattered to me in a while. Talking about being grumpy. I drew a fish. Premiered a new fucking video. God, everything's so cool. What a good Thursday. I hope everybody else is enjoying their Thursday. And if you're not, just fucking leave me out of it then, I guess. No, just kidding. Well, I think it's a very important thing that you have to learn to like understand that like because someone is angry or upset, they're not like not necessarily like done with you or like fuck you, get out of here. It's just like no, I am upset right now and it will pass. Ooh. My stomach just informed me that it's time to be hungry. Unless you have a passive-aggressive, vengeful family that never lets anything go. Well, when you start calling out your family actively for being passive-aggressive, they tend to either stop at that moment or become regular aggressive. You know? Yeah, see, my experience with the ADHD and the, like, having an argument is that, like, all I can fucking think about is the stuff that I want to say, so I don't forget it, because it's all right there, and it just percolates for a lot. But I need to be able to say it instead of just being mad and like, saying unhelpful things. Wait a bit and go back to passive? Well, I mean, Moros, we've established your family sucks. And I'm sorry for that. better, but I pick and choose now. Does that make them better? Or does that make you better? Not to tell you that any progress your family has made doesn't matter. I'm not trying to pull that shit. Both. I'm just not about to give credit where it's not due. My mom can get passive, and it's funny because she'll do something passive and then yell, "Damn it, I was passive, I'm sorry," and stomp off, and she'll come back and fully apologize. Wow. That takes real fucking... That takes some fucking gusto to be able to come back, to realize that's what's happening, and then come back and apologize. That would be... That would have been a very interesting experience growing up. Ouch. Modeling healthy behaviors and then seeing what it's like when someone doesn't get into it. Yeah. Okay, I need... need to let my metallics dry for a little bit. I'm not here. I do not exist. You don't exist. So I'm gonna focus on the rocky stuff that's on their bases. That's where my head was going. Let's get a brown and put it on the ground. I shouldn't be the one doing this because I was the second youngest in the family. Well, yeah. But it's sort of having to be a parent for your parents is absolutely a thing. She was in therapy all of my life. The time my dad tried "you're acting like a bitch" instead of "you are a," I was like 7. He nearly died. You're acting like a bitch. God, I would love to have seen that reaction. Yeah, my parents, as far as I know, have never done the therapy thing. And they're supportive of us doing it, but still sort of at a point where they're like, yeah, nah. There's no way that we're doing it. We're past helping. There's no point for us to do this. Which is really disheartening. But, that's their life, and you can't tell them what to do. They have. Managed to get them to do it for a little while. Mom stopped, but Dad's still in therapy. What? I didn't even hear about that. That completely changes where my head's at. What the fuck is this? Just show them how I will not react, and here's how I handle it. Valid. I had no idea. Congratulations, Drusif. The more powerful of the offspring. At the very least in this regard. can't even imagine my parents in therapy. Combined effort from Mag and I, yeah. I'm not wildly surprised to hear that it took someone who's not related to them, but I'm still impressed. Mom was like 5'7", but normally about 100 pounds and super feisty. My mom was diagnosed with anorexia at age 5. Grandmother was too. Wow. That's rough. I'm sorry. Like, any age is a bad age for anorexia, but 5 especially hurts. So 5'7" is short? Well, it's not really short. I take that back entirely. I forgot how tall I was. 5'7's not short at all. Don't correct me. Don't even say anything about it in chat. I'm not going to listen to it. I'll delete any comment about that specific thing I just said immediately, as soon as I see it. Don't worry about it. We'll move on. I didn't say anything about it. Don't worry. It don't matter. It's all right. We can move on. We can think about better things than the idiot thing I said. Let it be stricken from the record. Let me continue making a big deal about it so everybody's still thinking about it. Because that's the best way to keep doing that. Oh, there is a weird little bit on this base. Okay. I wasn't sure. Now profited $2 from your Bitcoin investment. Hey, good job. That's $2 more than I've ever made off of Bitcoin. Do you feel like it took you to the moon? All right, I need to fix that particular trigger because I love it, but it's not working. Almost $22 in Bitcoin. You're rich. Fought her whole life and she does okay. All of us girls have weird food issues. No, it's not Bitcoin, but have done therapy for it. My dad was the only one who got hungry like a normal person. At his funeral and wake, we all realized no one thought to bring food. Wow. Yeah, it triggers on doll, but it's not specific about the format of the term. And it's one of those things I keep forgetting about until it happens. There's a couple of those that I have set up that, like, I don't think have ever gotten triggered, but they still exist. And I'm just curious as to when and if they'll ever appear. This is a little treat for myself. Oh, Heretic should trigger something. As should Chaos. It's weird that there we go. I think I've also got a hold on.
Always time for Plunst.
Oh, just kidding. All right, I thought I had that command. $53% plunced. How much more plunced could you want to be than 53? More plunced than man at this point, really. Maybe like 5 more. You want to be 58% plunced? You're going to have to work for it. You better work, bitch. Ooh, 71% plunced. We had a 99% plunced in chat the other day. I was floored. You just want to be happy?
It's always time for Plunst.
Zoe, I have bad news for you. And it's that plunced can't make you happy. It can help get you there, but it can't do all the work. Someone drained my plunced. I don't think that... I'm pretty sure that phrase is TOS. You can't talk about draining plunced on Twitch. The work is hard. Well, if it was easy, we'd be in a world without, like, wars or unhappiness. You know? But instead, we're in this one. There's one that I need to actually check. I'm not sure if it exists. Maybe I made it up. Drew, God, I should just do an Are You a Bills fan joke, even though I'm so several layers removed from that as an actual joke. I just don't get Bills fans. No one's removed from the joke. I mean, I don't understand sports fans, but I'm not worried about it. Is it this? Is this what I'm thinking of? Yeah, it is. Never comes up. Never fucking comes up, but I love it. It's my favorite. Especially when I get a home run in the end zone before the goalie shows up. Ooh, it's a new one. Your hair looks so fucking blonde in that photo. Ooh, I need more of this too. Was that Castellan? Castellan green or similar effect. That was from Blonde Hair Times. There you go. That makes sense. I don't have a replacement paint for this? I guess. Huh. Right? You don't. You don't. You do. Shit. It's okay. Alright, we'll survive. I think I might need to finally retire this brush. It is barely holding paint on it. But it's just seen me through such good times. Maybe I should give it a Viking funeral. Fucking put it on the grill. It's just seen me through so much. It's really been there for me. Come back. Well, we got an ad in 5 minutes, eh? Does that mean it's just about 3 o'clock? It does. Wow. I'm not ready to stop painting, so I guess I'm just not going to be ready to stop streaming either. Yeah, we're doing a longer stream today, Josie. Where's my black wash that I want, that I need, that I crave? What I do need to do is I need to take a quick little bathroom break. So we're going to just put that ad now, and then I'm going to come back and find out what happens when I do it. Wow. Wow. What? 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 Okay. I'll be right back. Moros, is that a cookie eating itself? Is that what we're looking at there? That's very weird. Let's go this one. Nope. Right. Facing the thing I thought I already did on these, but forgot that I hadn't finished. Facing. Y'all, I just want to play more Elden Ring. It's killing me. I am so enthralled by that game. Me to Baldur's Gate. I've already played Baldur's Gate 2 times all the way through, and then 2 more times partially through. I am like, I think I finally Baldur's myself out. But I feel you, because Baldur's Gate was, I think I have like 400 hours logged or some bullshit of Baldur's Gate, and it's only been out since September. That's the kind of relationship we have. Still not done with that first playthrough. And you had it pre-ordered. Well. Yeah, I went from like, I don't know, I don't think I'm going to play it, to like, I live in this now. It probably just says that you're busy doing other things that aren't playing video games. Realistically. Like, oh no, you have a life. Excuse me, why a hiccup? Why a hiccup? Why is that the appropriate behavior? These are intended for Age of Sigmar, but also will see use in D&D and Mordheim and Necropolis 28 and Merkborg. Basically anything that I might need a skeleton for, that's why they're here. You know? But these would also flesh out my vampire army in Age of Sigmar. I say like I've played 2 games of Age of Sigmar in my entire life, and yet I have 2 entire armies for it. Because I just like fantasy minis. That's another, like, that's how I got into the hobby, was fantasy stuff. They're cool. They are cool. I can't argue with it. I wouldn't want to argue with it. Ooh, that needs a mix. Holy cannoli. That's why I've been building ghouls, too. More ghouls. That's why I have a bunch of ghosts. That's why I don't feel like I need to start playing another tabletop game. I'll just, unless they're like a skirmish game that I can use other minis for. In which case, sign me the fuck up. When my best friend was pregnant with her first, she was walking around the store and with me and sneezed, hiccuped, and coughed at the same time. She laid down in the middle of the aisle and was like, I almost died. Please, baby, don't try all the buttons at once. Mommy will die. Oh my god, that's funny. That's almost everyone. That's almost all of them. I do not play nearly as often as I would like to. Like my first 40k game of 10th edition is next weekend with One Inch Heroes. Possibly Friday over a tabletop simulator. But likely next Saturday. And 10th edition has been out since summer last year. I do not play all that often. Yeah, I haven't learned Tabletop Simulator or 10th edition. But I need to, I'd like to do both. So maybe we make this happen. Tabletop Simulator night. That would be a good co-stream, too. Tabletop Simulator against each other. Doesn't even have to be 40k. It doesn't have to be 40k. It could be anything. It could be Hungry Hungry Hippos. I honestly haven't played Hungry Hungry Hippos in a long time, but I think about it on the regular. Maybe that says something about me. You've never played Hungry Hungry Hippos? It's such a good game. You're a hippo and you're hungry. And you eat little beads, little balls. You know? So good. Such a crucial game. It looks fun. It is fun. It's great fun for like the first like 5 minutes, and then you're like, okay, I did everything there is to do here. Five Below carries Hungry Hungry Turtles. Ooh. But for 5 minutes of enjoyment every I don't know, couple months, once a year, worth it. Forbidden Bridge. I've never even heard of Forbidden Bridge. What do you do in Forbidden Bridge? Do you cross a bridge? Probably. Crossing a bridge that shakes. Deathbed, the bed that eats. Forbidden Bridge, the bridge that is forbidden. Okay, my hand is starting to tell me that maybe streaming for a whole nother hour might not be a good call. Candyland. Yeah, well, especially for a game that basically doesn't have rules. Like, roll dice, move token, and like that's kind of just it. But it does it. It gets you there. Full card move token made for kids suffering polio to be able to play alone in a hospital. Oh, no shit. That explains a lot. Huh. Huh. They could imagine and play without getting up and making a mess. Yeah, well, because they have polio, yeah. So they can play while still having polio, more or less. Damn. You'd think I might have the intelligence to sort them by which bases have stone bits on them and which don't, but still haven't got there. Probably won't. At all. Oh, I didn't. I think you know? And if you don't agree, that's fair. But it's not what I think. Because I think that's not dry enough. There you go. That'll. Spent this day totally zoned out. Well, you should zone in. Alternatively, you're making a pun on Zoe, which I support and appreciate. But also, I have days like that all the fucking time. Yep. Bad executive function days, they happen. Must retrieve the spawn, will attempt to post shawl in Discord after. Huge granny triangle, but full of different yarns knotted together. So it's very clashy, but has the ends of my projects from the last 10 years. Holy cannoli. Yeah, I've definitely have bad executive function days on a very regular basis. Can't pretend that I don't. Literally can't pretend that I don't, because there's days that I just fucking don't do anything. And it sucks. It feels bad. And I wish I had some fucking advice or support I could give you beyond, like, hey, you've had them before, you'll have them again, but you don't have them every day. We must keep it, we must use it. Yeah, it's blah. It's blah. Why did I forget what I was doing? Because of ADHD. Oh, copper. That's the one. That's what I'm doing. I'm highlighting that metal. They paved paradise and put up a parking lot. Da 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 do da da. Why, though? Not why did they do that? Why did my brain make me do that? How are orcs capable of space travel? Luck. So orcs usually fly around, like, so they fly around in rocks most of the time. And when I say rock, I mean ROKK, which is where they take a chunk of a planet, they take a chunk of a planet, add habitation to it, and then they strap just a bunch of rocket boosters to it, and then they just send that into space. And it becomes effectively a meteor filled with orcs. But it's also got like orc architecture, if you will, on it. Sometimes they commandeer Imperial ships, and sometimes they actually do make their own like battle cruisers. But their biggest cruisers are all called rocks. And they are like chunks of space rock with boosters on them. And that's what they do. There's also an old bit of lore I think I remember about how orc teleportation is like the most reliable teleportation because they are the least afraid of it and they believe it'll work. So it tends to work the best. Which is fucking hilarious to me. Yeah, well, that WA field, like, it just makes things work out more in orc favor. It's not like it fucking wildly changes reality, but like they like their specific flavor of psychic power is like the more orcs are involved in something and believing in something, the more power that thing has. So there's like a fan theory that the only reason the Emperor is still like surviving on the Golden Throne is because of all the orcs hearing Humies talking about that. And there's just a lot of stuff about how their technology like kind of works. It's mostly rusted scrap, but that shouldn't work as well as it does. And it works as well as it does because of that orc psychic WA field. Which like gets really blown out of proportion by a lot of fan stories and jokes, but it's definitely in the lore. But that's in the same way that, like, if you follow fan lore, every follower of Slaanesh is like a fucking glam metal coke user. But like that's explicitly in the lore, not how they all are. So, Okay, so the next step on these is probably painting the bones. I don't want to fucking get into that today. That is just a little too far for what I want to do. So I think I'm going to finish these metallics and then we're going to figure out who we're rating. This is still a solid half hour more than I intended to stream. So I will accept no refutations. No matter how charming you are. Also, my hand hurts. That fucking fish wrist gets you every time. Don't be like me, kids. Take care of your body appropriately so that when you hit the ripe old age of 34, you don't feel pain whenever you do your favorite fucking hobbies. Stretch, take breaks. Do a variety of body movements. Whew. Ooh. Big sneeze. The other way that orcs make it to space, now that I'm thinking about it, the other way that orcs make it to space is that orcs shed spores because they're fungal. So anywhere that an orc has been near has a chance of an orc growing in it. So if you got an orc on a planet and they attack your spaceport, any of your ships might be growing an orc and you don't know about it. You know? May the God Emperor shine his holy light upon your time of sneeze. Sneeze time? I hardly know. Nope, not like that. All right, who are we rating? Oof, ouch, my bones. I gotta blow my nose. Sorry, everyone. Okay, cool. Excuse me. Jamie's on, Witty's on, Matt Yee is on, Micah's on, Malev is on, Ramius is on. Fucking everybody's on. Holy shit. What a Thursday afternoon. Ooh, all right. We are absolutely going to raid Micah because not only painting the Warhammer Mini that has my wife's name, but also painting it like Scar, which is fucking tight. I'm into that. Oh, the sneeze is coming back. What the fuck?
Yes, that sounds about right.
Stop it. Go away. Don't be like that. Okay, we're good. We're good. I pulled it back in. Y'all, I'll be back tomorrow working on word bearers. Because I gotta finish these 2 obliterators and this venom crawler before my game with 1-inch heroes. Because if I'm not fully painted, it doesn't fucking count. I'll be back midday again tomorrow doing that, and then I was about to say Wednesday. Saturday, I will be playing some Rogue Trader, trying to do heretical stuff, trying to kiss that navigator. That's all I got. And then I think, I don't know, we'll figure out a schedule for next week. That's not a problem for right now, Bennett. That's a problem for future Bennett. Don't ever forget, poop in a bucket and the whole world laughs. Poop in a toilet and you poop alone.
What's that? It's Holy Fireman and his crew! Get your swords! Get your flammers! Yeah, wait, hold on. I said Holy Fireman and Sloppy Joe. Never mind, it's Sloppy Joe! Get that Sloppy Joe cooked up! Oh, of course, it's an ad break right as we do this. Hang on.